Hey everyone, it's Lucas here and welcome to another video. Just to let you know that I do a wide variety of different content on my YouTube channel, from health and lifestyle to retro gaming to discussions and topics of interest. If you're new here to my YouTube channel and are enjoying my content, then please remember to hit that red subscribe button, like and comment. If there is any particular topic that you would like me to talk about or expand upon in another video, then drop me some ideas in the comment section below. Okay, so today I'd like to talk to you about my experiences with the Church of Latter-day Saints. Now, I'm not a member of their church, nor have I ever been. I want to start off by saying that it's not my intention to mock or make light of their religious practices. I truly believe that people are free to believe whatever they want to believe, and even though I may have differing opinions on my time investigating my particular ward at least, most of my problems came from the people in it, their individual behaviours and what I had personally witnessed. My reasons for visiting the church were not to join, although I wanted to see if the rumours of trying to force people to join were true, the number of visits I could attain without actually converting to their religion, and how frequently they would try and get me to become a member of their flock. If this sounds cruel, then honestly it was not my intention to do this in the beginning, at least anyway. Again, I was just interested in them and wanted to know more about them and what they did. However, later on their behaviours changed, and so I had to kind of adapt and overcome to try and work around this in order to find out what they were really about. In later videos you will hear details just how these behaviours changed, and actually got a little bit frightening and quite dominant actually. But in order to find out about them I had to kind of grin and bear it. Now, I'd heard a lot of stories about how the LDS Church recruits, and even stories of brainwashing and cult-like behaviour. Being a naturally curious chap, I decided to try and satisfy my curiosity and see how the LDS Church in my ward and further afield operates, and just what it takes to become a member. Again, because I really am fascinated by different religions and cultures and how belief in them can enrich one's life on a personal or more widespread level. Now, I had a few reservations while I was thinking about making this video, because religion can be a very tricky topic to talk about. Some people are really into it, passionate, and could definitely wipe the floor with me in a religious debate. The last thing I want to do is to spark any arguments or to upset anyone. However, this is my story, my experiences, and again I wanted to see how the LDS church members practice their religion, and any interactions with the various people I mentioned. I will of course be changing the names as not to cause offence, and will try and be as respectful and honest whilst telling my story. Now, a lot has occurred in the 6 months that I spent with them, so I will try and keep things brief and do my best not to ramble. This is part 1, and if you would like to see part 2 then let me know in the comment section below. Okay, let's get started. My story starts in my hometown, where I was actually feeling quite happy and bouncy. I had to go to the bank to do something and also indulge in a little bit of shopping. I was kind of minding my own business when two extremely attractive American ladies came up to me. I had my long coat on. One of them commented I actually liked my coat and asked me if it kept me warm. I said it did, but I wasn't sure about the rain though. They both sort of giggled, and it was then that I spotted their name badges. Let's call them Sister Patty and Sister Selma. They asked me what I was up to. I told them about my day. They explained that they were sisters from the Church of Latter-day Saints and that they were on a mission, and would I be interested to speak to them about Jesus and God, etc. I think I must have confused them, because I said, yes, okay. So they were quite wide-eyed, and we agreed to meet at the local library for a chat, where they spoke to me about the Book of Mormon, their prophet Joseph Smith, the founder of their religion, and one who apparently was plagued with these religious visions and was visited by Jesus, God, and by an angel. Joseph was totally illiterate apparently, but was guided to a book made of gold, from which he somehow managed to figure out what was written in it and translated the language into English, hence the Book of Mormon. From here he gained a lot of followers, and it grew, and now the Church of Latter-day Saints is absolutely huge. So anyway, being a believer in God but not really subscribing to any religion, I told them what I thought, and was quite surprised to find that they were really impressed with what I was saying. When they spoke of hope, I said it reminded me of a song by the musician Howard Jones called Hide and Seek. There's a particular line which he says, and it goes like this. It's like, hope you find it in everything. everything that you see. Now, these women were wide-eyed and eating up everything I was saying. Sister Patty seemed to be the sensible, articulate one, and Sister Selma was drooling over what I was saying. The discussions seemed to go well, and we agreed to meet up once more, and would do so frequently. During our first period of time together, I will admit I was impressed by how the sisters' passion and genuine enthusiasm for reading scriptures came across. They were really polite, respectful, and just really nice people. Now, they were from America, which would seem to impress most people from the UK, as I'm sure many Americans are impressed by the English accent. But for me, it didn't matter to me where they were from. Good people are good people, wherever you're from in the world, and that's just how I feel. I treated them as ladies first, not where they were from. I didn't try to impress them by talking about America like I'd seen a lot of them do to them. And I think they kind of respected that, the fact that I did that. You know, as I said, they could have been French. It really didn't matter to me. They were just two beautiful, well-spoken young ladies, and still are. Anyway, as the weeks went on, they would ask me to read parts of the Book of Mormon, and so I did, and even diligently made notes and asked questions about certain passages that I didn't understand. Sister Selma seemed so gobsmacked that someone had actually gone to the trouble to learn more about what they did and what they were teaching. I will admit I enjoyed meeting up with them. I kind of thought, you know what, this is nice, just having a really good conversation, an hour a week with people. You know, I incorporated it into my routine and would actually look forward to meeting them. After a few weeks, Sister Patty asked me what I wanted to get out of our time together. I told them I enjoyed talking to them and learning about different religions, faiths and beliefs. Sister Selma, I think, chimed in with, well, you know, you could learn more if you come to our church. Now, I would be lying if I said I didn't see this coming. I knew it was a distinct possibility. I politely declined and agreed to meet them again at the library the next week. I just didn't feel that I knew enough about them to visit their church. I didn't want to intrude, basically. So the next week they said, and this will be a common theme in my long story, oh, there's a prayer meeting at the church on Tuesday, would you like to go? Again, I declined, not because I didn't want to, but my week is pretty much jam-packed and it would have been difficult to find the time. Once again, I agreed to meet them at the library. Again, I was told, hey, if you want to learn more, yeah, you know what's coming. You need to visit our church. So this suggestion would ring around my head because they'd just bring it up more and more. There was also repeated requests to attend church gatherings. Now for me it's kind of like your best friend has a friend that he knows and you don't, and all of a sudden your best friend invites you round to this friend's house. So for me it would be kind of awkward, you know what I mean? So it just wouldn't feel right. I then noticed that the sisters' own behaviours started to change, almost like they were really trying to nudge me into the church, really desperate almost. They seemed almost reluctant to want to keep meeting with me until I attended their church. Now the way I look at it, why does there have to be a trade? Why can't people, right, just meet up, enjoy each other's company, respect their religion and try, you know, not try to put conditions on the time together? It's kind of like me saying, hey, you can't watch my video or subscribe unless you come to my church or club. I would never do that, and felt that they were being a little bit too pushy, but they were smiling through it as well. Then I had an epiphany. I will take them up on their word. I will visit their church to find out more about their religion and the people in it. I also get the feeling that perhaps the sisters' behaviours and actions might morph into something else, so keep that thought in mind as it will come into play in future videos. So I agreed and thought, well, at the very least I can have a chat with people. I put my best suit on, I went to church, everyone was lovely, friendly, polite, there were lots of shaking hands, and it really was such a great service. I even had a go at singing some hymns very badly. I used my David Bowie voice. I want to be like Jesus, imagination, got to make a man out of you. Oh, that's Belle Louise Sum, isn't it? Anyway, anyway, the elder then got up, and we'll call him Donald. He read out a testimony on how he became a member of the church, how he met his wife, and it was deeply moving. He went into a lot of detail about how the religion has affected him and his wife in a very positive way. It was very, very lovely. After the service, I was invited to Sunday school where everyone talked about different passages from the Bible and the Book of Mormon. Everyone had electronic copies into their phones and were playing fastest finger first. I kind of ambled my way through. After that was done, I then told the sisters I had thoroughly enjoyed finding out more about their religion and thanked them for their time. Honestly, even though I didn't want to join, these people were really nice, warm people. So I'd gone to church. The sisters, I'd done what they'd wanted, and because I'd done that, they agreed to meet up with me at the library. Now, almost the same thing happened a few more weeks in. I love meeting up with them. Again, I get the impression that they were getting a bit frustrated with me. It's like they were repressing their feelings, but were still trying to be warm and kind at the same time. Now, it wasn't my intention to make them feel this way. After all, I was doing what they asked. I was reading the scriptures, asking questions, and again, learning more about what they did. They then told me to go home and pray to Heavenly Father about whether I believe that their religion was the one true one. Also, hey, you know, the church is having a big lunch on Sunday, you really should come along, so yeah. You're going to think I'm completely barking mad now, but I did what they said. I got on my knees as a little experiment. I closed my eyes, put my hands together, and I prayed. I opened my heart and asked the question. Now, for some reason, I started to cry. I don't know whether God exists. I'm sure he does, but to me, I was just thinking about what they'd asked me. And it was me who come up with the answer. There may be some people watching this from the church who may imply that God spoke through me, but I don't think that was the case. Anyway, I just thought, no, I don't believe that their religion is the one true one. So I met up with the sisters, and they were really excited and anxious to know what Heavenly Father had said to me and how I felt. I hated to disappoint them. I almost wanted to lie to them and tell them that yes, God himself had spoken to me, I just wanted to please them. The thing is, I don't lie. Not that I'm so honest. I lie like everyone else. I tell white lies and porcupines, but something like this, something big, I just can't do it. So I told them I did pray and that I felt that it was me answering my own thoughts, and I said that I don't believe that the Church of Latter-day Saints is the one true church. This world is massive, I told them. There's so many different people. Everybody believes what they want to believe. I went on to say that I love that people are so diverse and that there are so many different religions and faiths. It's kind of like, to use a football term, everybody should support Manchester United and no other team matters, or that everybody has to think, act and talk the same as each other. My comments didn't seem to go down well, and I think Sister Patty felt like I was giving her a verbal knockout. Again, I wasn't trying to do that or hurt her feelings, but at the same time they were adamant that the Church of Latter-day Saints was the one and only church. I haven't mentioned Sister Selma much because out of the two, Patty seemed to be the most dominant. She was also the mouthpiece, and Selma seemed to be a bit more submissive. So here was my conundrum. Now they said, yes, we are aware of other religions and we respect and accept that people follow them, but ours is the one and true only one to follow. Now it felt like double standards. How could I join their church after a statement like that? I then noticed a little bit of fire from the sisters, like subtle body language was like, what's wrong with this guy? Why doesn't he agree with what we're saying? It's like, again, they're trying to eliminate my own thoughts and feelings and pigeonhole me into their church. As I said, I could have rattled off, well, actually, the Catholic Church is the only true church, but to me that would have been very arrogant and stupid. A, I don't know enough about Catholicism, and B, each to their own, That's just what I believe. And so, with this change in the sisters' behaviours, my curiosity peaked. And like Neo in the Matrix, it was time to go deeper into the LDS rabbit hole to see how far it goes, and whether the behaviours of Sister Patty and Sister Selma were just because they were passionate. I also wanted to speak to other members of the church to find a little bit more about their conversions, and so I agreed to go back to church to find out some more. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave it there. I'll certainly be making a part 2, and this is where things get a little bit weirder and bizarre, and I start to notice members of the LDS Church battling a lot more for my mortal soul and to join their flock. So join me next time as I talk about my visits to Elder Donald's house with the sisters. I meet a few of the members, and I'm also witness to a carpool karaoke that I just didn't ask for. And it just gets a little bit stranger as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed my video and my content in general, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, my channel is the one true one. Only joking. I do a variety of content on this channel, from health and lifestyle, retro gaming, and discussions and topics of interest. If there's anything you would like me to talk about, then please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and I will do my best to act upon that and make some videos of it. Please like and comment and let me know if you have had any experiences like mine. And I'll see you next time for part 2. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.